Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the grecochess YouTube channel. I'm your host, Harry Lausanesiris, and in this video, we'll continue playing against the chess.com bots. And we had some tough time at the previous bot, but let's first share the screen and review what happened and what we're going to do now. And here we are. Last time we had a tough time against Wilson from Haiti. We needed 2 attempts to defeat with white. After we lost the first game, we won the second, and 2 with black. We had a stalemate with the white, and then we won with black. And now we're going to try our luck with the next bot, Vinh from Vietnam. The rating of Vinh is 1300. We're going up from 12 to 1300. And in the first game, the one I will show now, I'm playing with white. And I would like, if possible, to play until I win. But let's see what's going to happen. Vinh says, Xin Chao, after this game, let's play some soccer. No, Vinh, in soccer, I'm not good at all. Chess, yes. And let me start. My pawn to e4 as usual. E4. Oh, French defense. France is pretty solid, but it's no King's Indian defense. Pawn to d4, my second move. And pawn to g5. Not a good move, this one, but I better be careful. Really, in the past, I have underestimated the bots. I was not very careful. Ended up not doing well sometimes. No, I cannot take it, unfortunately, because there's a queen on d8. I don't want to push my knight to f3 because then the pawn can go to g4 and the queen cannot take it. Let's put my knight on c3. Pawn to c5. I take it, bishop comes out. I don't want this to happen. I'm going to put my bishop on e3. So if I attack it twice, defend it once, and if you take it, I take it back with my bishop. Your bishop will go now to g7. This means I think I have a free pawn. Yes, you'll double my pawns, the c file, but I'll end up... First of all, I'll get rid of your dark color bishop, and then I have an extra pawn. Let's see if this is going to be the case. The kickoff has begun, yes. No, I don't want your bishop at all. I want to have my extra pawn. I don't want my pawns to be doubled along the c file, c2, c3. And I want to at least share the control of the long diagonal. Well, you press the pawn in the front, and yes, you avoid the exchange of bishop, but this gives me a wonderful check here. Queen to g5. You say. King goes to f8. What I would like to do ideally is at least win your pawn. Can I win the pawn at f6? No, because of your knight at fg8. Of course, my queen is a very good square. Let's see, can I bring more forces? What if I put my bishop on c4? Then your pawn on e6 is pinned. But will this help? Let's put on c4 and see what happens. Knight to c6 attacks my bishop on d4. I don't want to withdraw my bishop. What I'm going to do now is queenside castling. So if you take it, I take it back with my rook. Yep, I take with the rook. My rook is opposite your queen. Yes, of course I'd like to have your Dakara bishop, but look what's going to happen now. Is it better to take en passant? En passant, you cannot take it with your queen, not because my rook is behind that. Let's take it en passant. And your queen cannot take it back. I'm up by 2 pawns. Queen goes to e8. Or attacks my queen, and Harry, better be careful. We don't want to have what happened last time when I was careless and I just lost my queen. Exchange queens or withdraw the queen? I'm 2 pawns ahead, so why not exchange? King takes back. My bishop can check from b5. Or maybe, what if my knight goes to b5? I threaten with a fork on c7. Let's threaten with a fork. Yep, I think now I win your rook. I get the rook for free. Wonderful. Let's save the bishop first before anything else to b3. Let's attack the bishop. Ooh, what happens if I attack the bishop? Your bishop will go to... Yes, but then promote. If your bishop goes to b7, you threaten my knight, but I promote. So either promote or you lose your bishop. You lose your bishop. My bishop goes to e6. Take I win another pawn. Oh, I didn't see this, but at least I got back and I'm way ahead in material. I should not have allowed this to happen. Oh, my knight. Let's save the knight before anything else. Take this pawn. And a double attack. Attack both the bishop and the rook. Take the rook now, so no nasty surprises. And threaten the bishop. Watch out, use. It's a check. Okay, I go to b1. You don't even have a rook to dream about back ranks. Okay, not good because you threaten my knight and your bishop in a very good case. No matter where I send the knight, it's going to be lost. But let's send it to g1. So if you take it, my rook will take it back. Yep. But really, this position with two squares between bishop and knight is one that ties these two pieces together. Let's take this pawn on g3. And now what else can we do? Send my rook to the open file. Now I have won the game. Oh, let's win one of the pawns, the a6 if possible. Take this pawn here. So Vinh, okay, we'll win one more pawn here. Yep. Now I don't even need the other pawn. All I need to do is constrain your king. Yes, it is in the 7th and 8th ranks, and even like there in a much, much smaller place. The king is in the 8th rank. And I'm going to leave your pawn just in case, so there is no stalemate. Your pawn can move if necessary. I don't want to take your pawn yet. I want you to have a free move, but not any longer. But I'm thinking I'm near the end. But be very, very careful. Looks about you're going to score a goal. I'm going to win the game. I have to be careful because if I check here, king goes to h8 and then has nowhere to go. If I check here, king goes to, again, same story, h8, and we have talking about stalemate. No, let's push the g pawn so your king has somewhere to go. I want to avoid stalemate at any cost. The king has 3 squares to go between them, f8, g8, h8. And what happens? If my pawn goes to h7, king goes to g8. Yes, good. Oh no, stalemate. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what I should have done. I should have checked with the g7 pawn. We'll play again. We'll play again. And if you want to laugh at my misfortune, please do ahead. I deserve it. We'll play again. I wanted to push to g7 and I pushed to h7, wrong pawn. Rematch. Let's play again with Vinh from Vietnam. Sicilian defense for Vinh this time, and I'm going to try the Grand Prix. With pawn to f4, knight to f3. Still nothing's going okay. My bishop is under attack. Again, I need to save the bishop. No, let's develop. The pawn goes to d3. And also block the bishop on g7. Not so easy beginning like last time. Attack the rook on a8. Change the bishops. Castle. And start opening lines. That is the idea of the Grand Prix. By the way, the black king is the middle. Otherwise, I lose the pawn. Don't want to lose the pawn if I should exchange the pawns. Oh, be careful. Rook is attacked by the knight. Cannot take the pawn because of the bishop. Let's send it back to f3. The castle, but king's the middle, and I can win the pawn on f7. Is it good? Let's see. I'm attacking the bishop on g7. Let's have the queen support the rook. Let's have my bishop also attack the knight on e7. Yes, I win a piece. Another piece. And let's exchange now. Check now, but be careful. I don't want to lose my queen while trying to check. Change queens in my heading material. Save the bishop first. Save the pawn on c2. No reason to unnecessarily lose any pawns. If bishop goes to a3, it's lost from the b4 pawn. So I need to send the bishop where? I think e7 is the only safe square, at least for now. Take it, but you'll not be able. Where can I send it to be safe? Let's send it here to f6. It's safe for now, but it can be attacked. But attack the pawn on h6. Yes, let's take this pawn. I'm ahead quite a lot, but last time I was also ahead, but I messed up and I still made up. Attack now the pawn on a5. Yes, win it. And I wanted very much not to stalemate. Check here, so I don't lose the pawn on a2. I have to be careful this time. No, we are pinning the rook. Good. And I'm going to win the rook now. At least exchange. Good. Okay, let's win another pawn. And this time, I really need to be extremely careful. No stalemates this time. Once again, king is constrained 7th and 8th rank. He's constrained in the 8th rank. I want my knight to go to the c6 square. I have to be careful. No, don't send. No, I wanted to go to c6 square. How can I do it? I should not have sent it from d6 to c6. Okay. A lot of moves. I'll do them. I want that because then rook goes to a7 is mate. That's why, in case you wonder why. Now, I cannot put the knight on c6. It's stalemate again, and this is not going to happen. Very tricky. I'm checking now, and I'm going to be careful. King can go to c8, but it's not going to stay at c8. Rook goes to h7. Again! Ladies and gentlemen, it's a comedy show. It's not a chess show anymore. I had twice winning positions, and I ended up with stalemates. Let's try a third time. Care for another? Of course I care for another. I'm going to play until I win. And I'm going to learn these lessons for real games. I can't believe twice in a row at winning positions and ending with stalemates. Now you want to attack the pawn on e4. I'm not going to let you early queen attack. My knight goes to c3. Now I'm going to attack the queen. Let's see what you can do. The bishop goes to g5. I'll continue. No, you're attacking the poison pawn on b1. Let's defend it. Not sure how poisoned it is. Don't want to take any chances. Let's start attacking the queen. Attack the queen once again. What I want to do is if we open the pawns, I may have discovered check. Don't think I'm handling this case very well. What can I say? Let's see if we can win the f4 pawn. Yep, we got it. And we're attacking the c7 pawn. Nope, we can't take it. The queen will take it. I'll take the knight and you'll take my bishop. Take the pawn on b7. Check. In the pawn on c6. Oh, you're attacking the pawn on g2. I don't like it. What can I do? Rook goes to g1. Also, it's not on the b7 diagonal any longer. Why did you take the pawn on a3? Taking your bishop. Any catch? No, my knight on c3. Okay, I hope no nasty attack. Is it safe to take the f4 pawn? I think so, yes. I'm too open to expose, I'm afraid. Let's see, what can we do? I cannot castle any longer. Attacking the pawn on a3. I don't want you to come there. It's not so much the pawn, but I really don't want you to come there. Attack the pawn on d4, but can we get rid of your queen so I don't have to worry about losing my queen unnecessarily? Take the pawn. I don't want to lose the pawn on d4. What can I do here? Is there any danger with your rook from d8? I don't like. Okay, let's go to e4 for now. Let's check here from d6. Okay, we exchange. And I'm ahead quite a lot, so I will love exchanges. Let's threaten the pawns now. C6, C6, especially the C6 supported by my bishop. I got it. Got the A7 pawn. My knight is under attack, so check here first. Check from here. My king will go to E2, so my rook is... Ooh, we have a discover check, but where can it lead? I don't think anywhere. Check from D1. Have more pieces, but... check now. Discover check. Win another pawn. Now we're going to win there. We're going to exchange rooks. Yes. I promote and I hope no stalemate this time. I had 2 stalemates unnecessarily in my previous 2 games. And we have to be careful. If queen goes to G3, it's stalemate again. And it's not going to happen. I hope not. Check from here. Check from F3. Check from G4. I'm scared. At least you have the pawn on H6 that should avoid stalemate. Let's continue. At least I'm going to have you keep the pawn on the H pawn. I'm not going to take it. We were going to let you. I have to take it. It's near promotion. I check so there are no stalemates. I want when I promote my pawn, the A pawn, the king to be in the 8th rank, so it comes the check. I don't want any stalemates again. Let the king be towards the end. Finally, on the 3rd attempt, after 2 unnecessary stalemates from completely winning positions, I defeated Vinh. Ladies and gentlemen, please be very, very careful in your games. Don't stalemate from winning positions. If you've seen one of my previous videos, I was able to survive from a completely lost position. I was 2 rooks down and my opponent stalemated. One lesson, no matter how much ahead you are, you need to pay attention until the very, very end. So that's it for now. We defeated Vinh with the white pieces. The next video in the series is going to be Vinh with the black pieces. Let's see if I can win it the first time without any stalemates or without especially any losses. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the viewers, the subscribers, to the comments, the likes. And for now, I'm Harry Laseneziris. This is the Greco Chess YouTube channel. Goodbye.